Well, you can tell by the title of this video what we're already going to be talking about, so.
Woo!
Covered in dog hair, but it's okay, we like it. So we're engaged. Yay. Yeah. I don't know if I've showed you, well, I obviously haven't. This is the video of me showing you. If it would freaking focus. Anywho, we're engaged, and we were just gonna, before we show the video, before I show the video, because it's kind of, I filmed it on my GoPro, and we'll explain all of that later, but the GoPro video is literally just, like, the proposal, and, like, you can't really see it, because the guy that was taking pictures for us was kind of standing right in front of the GoPro, but we also have another video, which I'll also include in this video, but we were going to explain it.
After the video? After we put the video in?
No, before.
Okay.
Going back to the very beginning, he gave me, for Christmas, it was this big box, and inside of it was not plane tickets, but basically the
travel itinerary.
The itinerary of going to Oregon. And if you guys have watched our other Oregon vlogs, we went to Oregon because his grandparents have a house there, and we loved it. I've always wanted to go there. It's really weird, like, we've already kind of talked about it, like, after he proposed. I was like, literally, like, sophomore me in high school, always wanted to go to Oregon. Never been there. Really, just I've always had this weird, strange calling that I've always wanted to go to Oregon. Couldn't really tell you. I thought about maybe going to Oregon for college, and then I was like, I'm a homebody. I don't want to go that far away. So yeah, so keep in mind, I've always had this weird, strange calling to Oregon.
It's kind of neck.
And so I always wondered why I had this weird calling, and now it's like, maybe this was why? Like, deep down in my head.
Maybe.
Like, the reason why I wanted to go to Oregon, because that's where this is where this would happen. I don't know, who knows, whatever. I'm going too far into detail into that. Anywho, so he gave me that gift, and I cried at Christmas, because, like, I kind of was like, what if he proposes, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, thanks to the girls at work, she's been suspicious of literally everything we do, so
since,
I couldn't
like,
surprise
September,
her at all.
We've been very suspicious. Like, anything he's done, I've been like, is he proposing? Anywho, but it was absolutely magical. Because, like, how far out in advance did you plan that trip?
I started planning it in, like, early October or something like that.
Yeah, and then we went January, New Year's, which is kind of funny because we've been together almost 3 years now, and we haven't spent a New Year's together. I guess we technically have spent, but we've never had, like, a New Year's kiss. It's just always just not worked out. It's just been weird. So that was exciting. So yeah, we went to Oregon to travel and stuff. And I mentioned, like, I want more pictures of me and you together. Like, we don't have a whole lot of pictures
together.
Yeah, like, you see all these couples that always post cute pictures together. And I'm like, we need to start taking, like, random pictures together.
The last time we went out and took pictures, I still had long hair.
Yeah, like, we don't have any new good pictures. And so he was like, hey, remember how you said you wanted to take pictures? Like, let's take pictures one day. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, let's, like, I'll dress real nice, and if you want to wear something cute. And I was like, okay. And so, anyhow, so then there's this tree, which I will, after this video, I'm going to upload, like, our vlog. I just thought this video kind of needed its own video before I just post the entire vlog.
Yeah.
Which will show, like, the before and after, like, leading up to the proposal, and, like, afterwards, us just kind of driving and talking. Anywho, it doesn't matter. But there's this tree that's right next to the ocean. If you kind of want to explain that part, I'll let you talk.
Well, I don't know necessarily how to explain it. Just that we've
Cape Arago.
Yeah, so it's Cape Arago State Park in the Coos Bay, Oregon area. But ever since my grandparents got a house out there, every time we go, we always go and take pictures at this one tree. It's like hanging off of the cliff, because the beaches in the Coos Bay area are like mostly cliff faces. So it's not like sandy beaches where you go and swim in. The water's 40 degrees most of the year, and it's just these giant cliffs. But it's really cool views. But we always go there and take pictures. I don't know why. I don't know.
But yeah, so this tree's kind of like, it's also kind of just like special. Like, if you go there, it's like one of the touristy sites is to go see this tree and the cliffs and the waves. And so when we went last time, we went in July, so it was like summery. It was really pretty. And Jacob had mentioned to me, like, oh, we need to come back sometime during the winter because that's when, like, the waves are huge, which in the other video you'll see some of those wave clips. And so that's kind of what he covered it up. The trip was like, I know you wanted to go in the winter to go see the big, big, big waves, because like when we went in July, like yes, there's waves, but they do not even compare to the king tides that happen very rarely throughout the year. So yes, so that's kind of like what's his cover up for Oregon, was like, let's go in the winter, blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, whatever, yay.
Yeah.
But there was one day it was sunny, and so he was like, let's take pictures this day. It was like the only day that like it wasn't really like gloomy or sprinkling. It was actually a sunny day. So that was the day we met up with Brian and Linda, who live there, who are friends with his grandparents, which you guys will see in the video. They were the ones we met last time, but they're the ones that took good pictures and videos. I'm just kind of showing you the GoPro and then the clip that they got, the short clip. They mainly were there to take the pictures, but he was like, yeah, we're gonna meet up with Brian and Linda this day. They're gonna like maybe take a couple pictures of us just to meet up with them. So if you see them in the video, that's Brian and Linda. They live in Oregon. They're awesome.
They're the people who got my grandfather out there.
Yeah.
And he loved it so much he bought a house.
Yep. And so shout out to them. They did amazing. The pictures were amazing.
Yeah.
The video was awesome. Literally, yeah. It was just picture perfect. The sky was blue. The water was so pretty. But, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? And then, so right before he gets down on one knee, he was like, let's take... So we just took normal pictures. So part of me was like, okay, maybe he's not doing it. Maybe I just looked way too in it. Hello? Do you want to be part of the video? You are in the video. Do you want to tell them your 2 cents of us leaving for a week? So anywho, backtrack. Well, you guys will find out in the other video, but like the flight almost got canceled there. We almost like didn't get to go or be there on the right day. So everything worked out, but we'll go in depth in the other video when we talk about it. But
when it's actually happening.
Yeah, so Oregon, that's why you picked that, right?
Why I picked...
Because it's just like a special place.
Yeah,
it's kind of like our first...
That's why I picked where
not
it was.
almost solo trip, but it was like our first vacation. It was the first time I've traveled without my parents. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of sentimental. Trying to think of anything else.
It's the first time we went to Oregon.
That's what I'm saying. Oregon has just been a special place because of that.
Yeah.
So he did it on New Year's Day, because a lot of the girls at work thought he was going to do it on New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve happened, he didn't do it, and I was like, maybe he's not doing it, but back to what I was saying originally. So we're taking pictures, and I was like, maybe he's not going to do it. And then he was like, hey, let's do a goofy picture. And I'm like, a goofy picture? Whatever. And I was like, what do you want to do? And then he was like, let's do the Titanic, Zora. Hey, go lay down on the bed. He was like, let's do the Titanic. And I was like, okay, so we do the Titanic, he gets behind me, I'm doing this thing, and whatever. And Brian was like, we stopped doing the pose, and Brian was like, oh, that was a good one, do that one again. And I was like, okay, did it, and I saw him out of the corner of my eye get down on one knee, and I just instantly start crying. My first, he didn't even get any words out, and I just hug him. And so, yeah, I didn't even let him do his speech that he had planned.
Yeah, no, that plan went out the window pretty much immediately as soon as she started crying, and then
I just immediately hugged him, and then that's when, while he was hugging me, he was like, will you marry me? And I'm like, yeah, crying. So that's just kind of like the setup to the video. Instead of just posting a random proposal video with no context, that's kind of the explanation. We'll might go into more stuff maybe in a later video, like him asking my dads and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's about it. Is there anything else you want to add before we just roll the clip?
No.
Or anything like going in your head before, like where you, like what was going on in your head right before you got down on your knee?
So when I got down on my knee, you might be able to see in the video, but I set my back foot, the foot that's supposed to go flat on the ground, I set it on a branch.
It's like a root.
A root from the tree. And you may be able to see in the video, I am shaking because this root is just wobbling back and forth.
And he kind of says it in the video too. I'm like, why are you shaking so bad? He was like, I'm trying to keep my balance.
I'm trying to keep my balance. Because my foot, literally, so the root is running out of the ground in one spot, runs over the cliff, and then goes back in the ground. And so it's just hanging. There's about that far of it off the ground. And so when I put my foot on it, it sinks to about there, still not on the ground. And so I am wobbling.
And I'm like, wow, this guy's really nervous. But he was literally about to fall over.
I thought I was going to fall over.
And then, like, couple feet behind him is a cliff. So, yeah.
It would have been bad.
Good thing you didn't drop the ring. Nothing bad happened.
Yeah, no, I got really nervous when you jumped on me and hugged me because you pressed the ring up against my chest. And I go, please, please, please,
Please still be in the
there.
box.
Please still be in the box.
But, and that's about it. Can we just talk about... Look at Zora.
Zora.
Yes. Yep.
Rolling the clip.
Yeah. Oh my god. Sure.
That's good. I like that.
Get my camera ready.
Do that pose again.
Oh, and let me get this boat behind him.
I love you so much. I'm on this tree and I'm about to fall.
Oh, you guys. Oh, perfect.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Pretty place to
Even though this isn't my favorite side, but...
I even didn't wear my hat.
I know, I was like, he's really wanting to take these pictures. Maybe, just maybe. Oh my gosh, you did like it's in the sun.
Sparkly.
Oh my gosh. You did so good.
Take a picture of you in the sun so you can see us sparkling. I'm on this tree and I'm about to fall.